were just laughing about the idea of like, there's all these like weed and like drinking podcasts. We're talking about doing a salvia podcast.
Yeah, is there like there's like a Hi Guys and there's like Drinking Buddies, probably is the name of a podcast.
But yeah, for sure. Barstool Sports, one of the biggest podcasts in the world.
Oh, so their whole thing is that they drink while they do their shit?
I think it didn't start that way. It was just like like when it was, I think way back, it was just like some guys drinking brewskis talking about sports. And now it's like a major company.
Yeah, they turned what sports is for the people who are not playing sports into a media conglomerate. It's so weird. The idea of just smoking salvia
like
is
getting Doug with high, but he's like, all right, let's both we're gonna hit this salvia. So I hear that you're just two people looking around a room for 20 minutes and then being like,
just like,
whoa, are you okay?
Oh man, that was crazy.
Anyways, my second question.
So, you gotta go for the second question. Oh god.
Just two unanswered questions and it's an hour long.
Well, that's time, everybody. We'll see you next one.
Our sponsors are Manscaped.
Yeah, that's the funniest thing about drugs like that. Like I've never done salvia before, but the funniest thing about it is the outward appearance of the user, where like they just look like they turn into a little baby person. They're just like goo goo gaga,
dude. It's
for
because
a few minutes.
You step into an alternate dimension.
Yeah, for the user, it's like, holy shit! I'm having all these feelings all at once. I'm seeing things, and experiencing lifetimes.
DMT is the one that really shoots you into another universe. But
apparently,
with my camera, I keep looking off camera, but I'm looking at you. All right, there we go.
There you go.
So,
it's a me.
I've done salvia once, and it was one of the funniest times. It's one of the best 30 minutes I've ever had because of the people I was with, who but I won't name the people I was with, but you know all
names
of them.
And addresses, please. Yeah, I'm sure I do.
So we smoke in my basement apartment. So that tells you which city it's in.
Yep.
So we don't have basements here.
I know exactly the crew. I know the crew that was there.
Dude, we smoked, and I'm not kidding. Like, it was like all of us instantly were like, whoa! Just right away. We were like, holy fuck. And one of our friends ran over to their bag. Oh no, well, it started with them looking down and going, what is this? What the heck? And was looking at their own shirt, and then ran over to their bag because like we were all crashing, and they ran over to their bag and started pulling shirts out and just throwing them around the room, which is like, get rid of these. And and we were on salvia too, but we were laughing so hard. We were each individually having our own feelings, but we were all also watching this person lose it. And but it's so funny, like I'm not a minute later, like 1 minute later, they sat down back in their chair and they were like, oh man, for a second there, I totally lost faith in shirts. They were screaming about like, why do we own more than one of these? It's like I only can wear one. Why would we own more than one shirt? It's insane. So funny.
Wow.
Oh, but the
It's
weirdest,
just like, yeah, a mundane thing that just gets blown to like the most epic proportions ever. Like, oh God, we don't need shirts.
Jerry Highfeld.
What's the deal with shirts?
Why do I own more than one?
I can only wear one at a time. Why do I need more than that?
Why
like
do
someone who hasn't heard about a calendar before? Like, oh yeah, you have a couple extra shirts
Time.
for the days that come after the shirt you soiled today.
You do lose track of things like time on so the weirdest, the like best example I have of telekinesis happening to me was during that. It was insane. It was the weirdest moment ever. So I was sitting in my chair, and I'm sure I've told you this way back, but
no, I don't know. I don't think so.
I was sitting in my chair, and we're just like in a circle of chairs, looking at each other, flipping, and
perfect setup, by the way.
Yeah,
you're all just like,
yeah. And this is in an apartment with no furniture because I have no money. I have no job, I'm sure. I think it was right when I moved up there.
Yeah,
so,
you had just moved there and just broken up with the girl you moved there with.
Yep. I got cheated on.
Yeah, and you dropped right like before, a bad habit.
Dude, right before moving, cheating on someone right before you're supposed to move with them, bad move.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I'm sitting there, flipped to my lid on salvia, and I have the sensation that like not only am I sweating, that there's a like a waterfall running down my face. It feels like water is just trickling over my face, and I like touch my face and I was like, I'm not sweating. Like, I'm not sweating at all. I'm just like, I just feel a waterfall.
I'm just feeling it.
The dude sitting across from me goes, hey, you're going to feel like there's a waterfall running down your face, but there's not. And I was like, do you feel that too? And they go, no. What the fuck? Dude. that fucked me up more than anything in the world.
Yeah, you're just like, what?
I still am like trying to fathom what that exchange was of like how, but like I don't know.
Was
so
he
many
being
things.
sarcastic? Are
don't
you
think
capable of like sarcasm when you're?
Dude, I don't think you're capable of lying when you're on salvia.
I mean,
that would be an insane.
He could have just been fucking with you. Like he was feeling the same thing.
But no one else felt that. That's the other thing.
But he knew that was a feeling that sometimes came on.
I guess
maybe it's a common like
maybe
the physiology of a human with this chemical makes you feel that way for a second.
He has the waterfall face effect.
Yeah. Oh, he must be feeling waterfall face right now. The well-documented waterfall face.
Oh, my friend was
doing this drug you got at a 7-Eleven, whatever. Like, where do you get? Like, I've seen salvia for sale at like head shops, I guess. Like
this
places that sell pipes.
This is probably long enough ago.
Before they banned it.
Yeah, this person was on the forefront. I think back when we smoked, you could still buy salvia at a like a nursery. You could just go to like a plant shop and buy it.
Oh,
like it was
just like the naturally growing plant. Just
it's
like
you
just go
or whatever.
Yeah. My
no, but the thing is, you don't go to a garden and look around and go, I'm gonna smoke every fucking thing in here. Like there's no one would know. Like it should be. It's like all these plants should be banned.
Yeah.
Actually, they're all poisonous for you. Like they should all be banned.
The reason you're getting high is because it is slightly poisoning you.
Yeah.
My sister smoked catnip.
You can smoke catnip.
When she was out of weed, she was like, "It feels kind of similar, and you're only high for like 45 minutes." It's like,
Yeah, so I don't know if maybe it does get you a little high. So
that's what she says, but
actors on stage smoke catnip. I don't know if they still do, but they used to when they're smoking a joint in the scene on stage. You would
Mhm.
smoke catnip, and actors are fine.
Yeah,
I don't know. Cats, it's like salvia for cats, dude.
they're like,
Cats
whoa,
lose it.
they love that stuff.
Hey,
We
welcome back
have
to
a
our
we have a
salvia
catnip
podcast.
bush. I can't wait to use it on my cats.
Nice, dude.
Give them a treat. Give them some cat salvia. Ever since I gave
It
my
is,
cats catnip, they won't wear their shirts.
what? Oh,
I
damn,
know
dude.
they gave up on the idea of cat shirts.
That's all animals in the whole world smoked salvia once, and that's why they don't have clothes.
That's why they don't wear clothes.
Like bears used to be driving around like in cars, and then they smoked salvia, and society fell apart.
I've got 4 feet, man. I'm just gonna do that. God!
I have 4 feet. I'm just gonna do that. That's what animals said.
Yeah, that's insight
The
into animal
fuck?
brain right there.
The
Okay.
grasshopper was like, "What the fuck am I doing taking the subway to work? I'm a grasshopper. I'm just gonna go eat grass."
I'm gonna go hop on some grass like my name says and rub my back legs together and make noise.
Humans are actually the dumbest, least evolved species because we're still doing all this bullshit.
We're still using technology. Yeah.
Oh, that's so
I don't
funny.
know.
We have evolution backwards the whole time. We're supposed to be
kind
going
of feels like
the other
we
way.
are evolving
Kinda.
backwards. That's for sure.
It's like as soon as we get to space, we're just like, dude, we could put a nuclear weapon up there. It's like we're just so asking for it every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, how can we turn this into something evil that will ultimately be a threat to our existence? We're just like we're
Satellites, perfect. We can spy on our friends.
yeah, great.
Yeah, it is funny. Did you see that that giant epic space movie that Brad Pitt did that no one saw? It lost like a ton of money, at least domestically. It's called Ad Astra. It's
yeah.
like, dude, it was a huge budget.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Incredible.
I guess everyone else did too. Good movie.
I really like the movie. It's very sad, and it's very sad. It's just this very like, what's the word? It's like brooding, just like ugh. It really is just. It feels like the end of time in a weird way. But anyways, it's like
suffering.
It's just emotionally very dense. It's about him finding his dad in space. But his dad is a scientist who left to try to find evidence of aliens, and he's like out in a way far orbit in our solar system, like listening for signals, and he's not talking to anyone, and he's been getting no signals, of course, forever, and he abandoned his family, and Brad Pitt's like his son. He's like going back there like, why did you leave us? Like, God, dude, it's a very epic space movie for a very like Solaris or whatever. It's very emotional. But anyways, so in Ad Astra, there's a scene on the moon that is so good. They were nominated for an Oscar for the VFX work in it.
Oh wow.
Where they're taking a moon buggy from one base to another base on the moon, and they get attacked by pirates. And it's like other guys in moon buggies, and they have
Space
these like
pirates.
Yeah, and it's like the real version of like this is what it would look like. It's like they look like astronauts, and they're flying across the moon's surface in buggies. It looks so good. It's not CGI, by the way. The buggies are real. They filmed it in the desert and then
They filmed it on the moon.
They filmed it on the moon, but they filmed it in the desert and then they composited in the moon. But then they sped the film up so that like the dust and shit, it's very accurate. It looks incredible. But the pirates' weaponry are like these super short burst, high energy beams, and all they're trying to do is cut holes in their suits. And he's just like,
yeah.
So he just like nicks. Yeah, it's awesome.
Nick could kill. Yeah.
So he like
that's high stakes.
He's just like Brad Pitt gets shot in the suit in the arm, and he just like rips duct tape out and just like puts duct tape on it. Just keep going. It's like it's pretty wild,
dude.
But anyways, that's like exactly.
That would suck.
But that's as soon as we get to the moon, it's just going to be companies fighting over territory, countries fighting over bullshit. It's just like it's never going to stop.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Star Trek is very far away from us.
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
Hey, let's all work together.
Yeah.
What are you,
inclusive
gay?
Space communism?
Space communism.
Yeah. The inclusive utopian space communism that they have in Star Trek, where everyone is like morally like weighs things appropriately and really like
uses logic above all
logically and you know, not taking into account the corporate profits in every decision, because it's like
they're actually funded by the government.
Think about how many moral problems exist in our society purely resulting from the profit motive. It's insane. We will be looked back upon
most problems.
By any humans that survive what we're doing. They're going to be like, why were we so stupid? The wealth of the world is not in the markets, man.
Yeah, man. That's right, man. It's in our hearts all along.
It's in our souls. Okay.
It is. So that Kurt Vonnegut quote, and I'm no commie. All right. I like capitalism in a way. No, Kurt Vonnegut was like, what's the system where millions of people can go from being fed one day to not being fed the next day, but the amount of food hasn't changed? He's like, only capitalism.
It's true.
I was like, God damn, that's good. He's just like, oh, you can't
true.
afford food? Die. Die, you dumb bitch.
Then you can't have any.
You should have been a billionaire like me.
Yeah. It is foolish.
It's funny, like, dude, Mad Max Fury Road is one of my favorite movies. It's so good. But it's like the world really is that world of like, it really is Gastown and the Bullet Farm and the Citadel, who has the water. It's like those are the three major towns you hear about in Fury Road.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and like the plot is take this tanker of water to Gastown and put diesel fuel in this truck and bring it back. It's like, okay. Like that's the plot of the film. And then the person's like, fuck that, and just tries to get away. Like that's the entire plot. It's so good.
Yeah.
Literally Left Turn, by the way. They said when the plot took a left turn, the plot of Mad Max Fury Road is that a character takes a left turn when they're not supposed to. I was like, that's George Miller. It's so funny. It's so simple. But anyways, that is the world, dude. It's just a guy going like, oh, I control the water. it's like that's what we have.
It's true.
They just tweet it.
Yeah, it's just way less epic looking. It's stupid,
nerdy.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god,
just utter dorks.
Yeah. Oh, did you see this? There was like a Rolling Stone article and the Washington Post. They both interviewed the same like White House staffer. That was like, Elon Musk is the most annoying person in the room always. He's constantly trying to be funny, and he's not funny like at all. And
no,
that was
he's
like the headline, and the picture on the thing was him holding up a chainsaw, going like, ugh. And
that chainsaw thing was so cringe-inducing.
I mean, pretty much everything he does
doesn't know how to,
like
he has severe autism. Like,
Nah,
let's just
not severe enough.
dude, yeah, he doesn't know how to move. He doesn't know how to move around.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of
It's
autism would
and I
make him
like
go away forever? Because I wish he had that.
lethal
Fucking that guy
autism.
sucks.
And I
Ugh.
like I mean, look, you're talking to a guy that's got a good dash himself. I love
You've got
lots
the
of
good
autistic
kind.
people. But like a lot of billionaires are autistic for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't know
They
why.
can singularly focus on
Oh,
only making money
right.
forever, and that's
I
the
like
only
making
thing that they
money.
care about. Yeah.
Money is a fun
There's
hobby. I am very good at it.
Yeah, it's
They don't
almost
sleep.
as if you have to have no empathy, no interest in other people, and singularly focus on only making more money and the financial, like
To medically
inner
prone
workings of
to
things, so that you can take advantage
isolationism.
of them.
Yeah. Sorry, you're gonna get letters in the mail from autistic people.
Me? I'm just saying they are known
No,
to be focused.
it's hard to it is it's hard for severely autistic people to empathize or sympathize. It's really
Yeah.
hard for them to break out of that, dude.
Yeah.
Elon's a fucking he's I don't know what he is. He's a computer that walks around.
Yeah, he whatever he is, he sucks and he's annoying.
Yeah, whatever. It's like it's been so fucking covered. Look, he hired smart people to make cool rockets, and those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Stop being a dick.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, that's the main thing.
That thing catching that booster rocket when it returned was one of the wildest things I've ever seen in my life. It looked like straight out of like fucking Halo. It's like it was wild. Just this thing falling to Earth and then igniting, and it was like and the shockwave it sent out, and then just catching it inside. I was like, holy fuck! It took like 5 seconds. It's insane.
It's pretty, that's pretty impressive. I mean,
Elon
to
didn't
be
do
able
that,
to reuse
though,
the booster,
he paid for it,
and yeah, like it makes sense. I mean,
it's great for the environment for space travel, actually. Because NASA, for decades, we just dumped everything straight in the ocean. But
yeah, it just fell into the ocean, and we're like, I guess we'll find it someday.
Fuck it.
Yeah, but it's like the amount of fuel that is burned to get out into space is like insane.
Yes, we need the space elevator, but that's such a big undertaking. Actually, oh dude, that's the beginning of Ad Astra. He's working on a space elevator. Yeah, he's working on the side of a space elevator, and he's like at the top of the atmosphere basically, and the space elevator goes up beyond his ability to see it. Like it just disappears. Above and below him, you can't see it. It's insane.
And the concept of a space elevator is like it's just a platform that like it's a shaft, right? That goes.
It sounds
up.
Stupid until you're actually explained it. It does sound silly as fuck.
Yeah, it's space elevator. Yeah, you're just putting the word space in front of a normal thing. But yeah, apparently it would. But how I forget how they're supposed to theoretically be stabilized.
So a geosynchronous satellite is a satellite that doesn't change its position over the Earth, but it is orbiting around the Earth. It's just doing so once per day. It's far enough out. It takes 24 hours to orbit, so it stays over that same spot on the Earth the whole time.
Yes.
So they're mostly around the equator is where you can see them. Like there are stars around the equator that aren't stars. They're actually satellites. So the Arthur C. Clarke came up with the idea for the space elevator, the writer of 2001 Space Odyssey. But he said you could just lower a rope from that geosynchronous satellite down to my house. And he was like, all you'd have to do is counterweight away from the satellite further into space, just counterweight that. He goes, then there would just be a rope, like from my house to this satellite. He goes, I could tie something to it and an astronaut could like pull it up. He's like, so then why don't you just build a bigger structure and you just build an elevator that has a counterweight on the other side. He goes, just keep building. He's like, then you could have rooms off the sides of that. You have different experiments at different altitudes and blah, 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 blah. It's bonkers town. And the further up it you go, the less you weigh, but very, very gradually.
Yeah.
It's actually not the distance that's necessarily making you that much lighter. It's your momentum being thrown around the planet.
Yeah. That's the thing is like because of the speed at which the Earth rotates, the bottom would be the contact with Earth would be stationary. It would be non-moving.
Let's say that's the relative stationary point.
Yeah, the counterweight would be moving like a million miles an hour.
Yeah, it would be going
on the far other side.
It would
of, like,
probably be
geosynchronous speed.
Yeah, I would guess like in the tens of thousands or maybe 100,000 miles an hour, something like that.
Yeah.
I'd have to do the math. I don't know how long the space elevator has to be.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's got to be.
Not so sure.
Long as hell.
35,786 kilometer altitude. That's where the counterweight would have to be. I just looked up this space elevator.
Dude, that's
idea.
So far. That's as far around, by the way, as that's like almost going around the entire world.
It's more than that.
It's actually more.
By a significant amount.
So the elevator would be longer than the Earth is wide. Cool.
Oh yeah, it would be like
so big.
Yeah.
Oh, so the game so Halo, or maybe not Halo that I'm thinking of, or Skyrim or some shit. Maybe Skyrim. But it's like so you'd build you'd build a bunch of space elevators around the equator. Then you'd have
create a ring.
You'd have bicycle spokes. Yeah. Then you connect the tops of them and you'd have a ring. And then theoretically, you could detach all the space elevators and it would just hold itself up with its own gravity.
Stay there. Yeah, because of,
it'd just be pulling into itself. Gravity
That would be...
That's very, they wouldn't do that. But
that would be
theoretically
so dangerous.
It would definitely not work because of
like,
some bullshit.
No.
But...
guys, remember that cool space elevator we built? Well, it's going to destroy life on the Earth.
1 billion people died. Yeah. Dude, that would be the... if your ring fell. Oh my god.
Oh, that would...
Yeah, that would be the end. But it is a fun idea, dude.
It is a pretty cool idea.
Deep science talk. I'm so fucking tired.
Yeah, what happened, man? Why are you so sleepy?
I just couldn't sleep.
Oh no.
And then my dog was like, I was like, I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Oh, I haven't even stretched today.
Oh man. I think I wrote down things I wanted to actually talk about, and I forgot all of them. So
really,
whatever.
I'm gonna do a hard pivot from a space elevator to
what you got.
A quick story that I heard this week that made me laugh. The Last Waltz. Remember this movie?
The documentary.
It's the Martin Scorsese followed the members of the band around during their farewell tour. Like they were like ending their project as the band and they were all going to go off and do their own stuff. And so he's doing this documentary and everybody is going a little crazy because everyone's using cocaine all the time. This is like when it started getting really popular.
This is like
late 70s.
Late 70s, yeah.
Yeah. And so one of the most expensive outputs of their production was in post. Because during the song Helpless, Neil Young had he jumped on stage with them and he had the most enormous Coke booger in his nose ever.
I
just
have
had like
seen a
big,
photo of it. Yeah.
yeah.
You can see like a rock in his nose.
Yeah, he's got like a full on like rock of cocaine sticking out of his nose.
Speaking of rocking, dude.
Yeah, so they're filming. He's under stage lights, and this white object is like lodged in his nostril right there, and it's just like it's like putting a highlighter on it. And so
I was
they
in the
had to
front
go
row.
through.
Oh, I feel like this dude is the coolest.
Everybody in the front row is like, "Well, man, I'll have what he's having." But yeah,
Neil
so
Young
he's like
rules.
Yeah, so Martin Scorsese's like, that is the most expensive baggie of Coke ever because it cost us $100,000 to take out of a documentary.
Oh, that's right.
They had to go like frame by frame and like
paint it out.
Yeah, like matte paint out this Coke booger. It made me laugh pretty hard.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
on film, someone had to draw a little black
just
dot.
Like little beep, beep, beep. And that for some reason, cost a ton of money.
Oh,
seemed like you could get an intern to do that.
Doing it on film, just transferring the movie over is like $200,000 or $300,000.
Oh yeah, all the developing fees for every
Dude, movies used to be so much more expensive for what they were using.
Yeah,
but now there are so many people watching Marvel movies that they spend insane money, but they get more for it. I mean, back in the 70s, you wouldn't be able to have a transformer ripping a city apart.
Yeah, you can't have a battle with all the Avengers.
Just some of the Avengers.
Yeah, you can only have an Avenger. And his costume looked like a kid's Halloween costume.
Yeah, they actually did try to make a few Marvel movies in the 80s, and they're terrible. They made Wonder Woman and I think Spider-Man.
Yeah,
and the Hulk as well, and all
Hulk
of them
was
garbage. Well, the Hulk TV show is
Hulk was
pretty
a TV
great.
show. That one worked. Hey, what if we had a skinny guy and then he turned into a green bodybuilder?
Do you know his? So the Hulk's name is Bruce Banner.
Yeah,
but his name is not Bruce Banner in the TV show. His first name is different. Do you know why?
No.
Because in the 70s or 80s, whatever, it's like, he's a Bruce. Uh-oh. Like, that was the gay slur. He didn't know that. Like, that was like Johnny Carson would make Johnny Carson would be like, he's a total Bruce.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So they were like, right. And it didn't last very long, I don't think, saying Bruce for a gay person.
Yeah,
but
because then Bruce Willis, he became a big star
after that. But it was right when that Hulk show was coming out. And they're like, we got to change this dude's name to Steve, like or whatever. So funny. Everyone's gonna make fun of us,
which is interesting because Steve. Oh no!
By the way, it works for every name. He's a total Steve. You know what I mean?
This guy's a real Matt.
What the fuck?
This guy's such a Chris. Ew.
I'm not Matt. You're a Matt.
You're a Matt.
Dude.
That's great. I was thinking the ambiguously gay duo. One of them was Steve, but no, it's Ace and Gary.
Ace and Gary, the ambiguously gay duo.
Yes.
Robert Smigel, shout out.
Holler to Smigs.
He loves being called Smigies.
Smigerino. Hello, my name is Mr. Smiggy Smigelrino.
He's Triumph the Insult Comic Dog, for anyone who doesn't know.
Sure is. My favorite hot burn from Triumph is when he's making fun of all the Star Wars guys waiting to see the Phantom Menace or go to Comic-Con or something.
Yeah.
He's like, talks to the Darth Vader guy. He's like, which one of these buttons calls your mom to pick you up?
So good. There was at that probably that same Star Wars thing, he found a woman dressed like The Queen Amidala, the Natalie Portman's character. She's dressed as Queen Amidala, and she's like 8 months pregnant, and Triumph just goes straight to her belly and just goes. He goes, "Have fun. That's the last vagina you're ever gonna see." He's the man.
So good. He's able to come up with some pretty good insult comic jokes real quick.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Dude,
he's got a line for you.
Yeah, he's not afraid.
No.
Dude, I was driving down the street yesterday, and there's a giant above the street. There's a giant flashing sign on like the government sign that says like if there's a wreck up ahead or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It said, keep your eyes on the road. Don't drive distracted. Hey, don't put anything on the sign, you idiot. What the fuck?
The very sign is distracting.
Oh,
I'm
and
not
it's
watching
two
the cars around me because of this big sign.
And it's 2 sentences long. It's like really long.
You're like, okay, and it always takes a little while to change. So you're like waiting. You're like waiting. That's just enough time to cause an accident.
Dude, it's just so annoying stuff like that.
Yeah. I love it when people hack those signs, or like they know the trick to reprogram them.
Yeah.
I guess they're former Department of Transportation
Say,
employees.
one of the employees is just like, fuck this.
It's just like, all right, I'm quitting today, so I'm going to put a funny message out there for all the commuters. And there have been a couple good ones.
I've seen a zombie apocalypse on the sign. That'd be awesome if cars took it seriously. Zombies. Cars took it seriously and just instantly jumped out of their cars and started killing each other just, like, right away.
Oh my god!
Oh fuck!
Oh, zombies!
Give me your fucking gasoline! Just turn instant Fury Road. Oh my god! Chaos happening abruptly is so funny to me.
Yeah. It's so silly. Like the idea of something so simple can set people off and cause like a major ripple effect.
Dude, me and Kayla were walking into the L stop downtown. I think we were like, that really, really long underground tunnel downtown Chicago. It's between like the red and the blue line or whatever.
Yeah.
We were walking down the stairs into that tunnel, and we heard one pop, like a firework going off in the tunnel, and then girls first, of course, girls going, ah! And then everyone in the tunnel screaming, and then everyone turning and flooding back out up the stairs, and we were like, oh fuck, like we had to turn and run up the stairs. It just started a stampede, and it was literally like, it was like 2 11-year-old kids like just threw a firework. But it was instant chaos at the train station. I was like, God, everyone relax. That high-pitched lady scream does not help anyone.
It's a good trigger for a stampede, that's for sure. It's like, ah!
They do that naturally to signal like that a lion is ripping their head off like 50,000 years ago. The whole village wakes up. Oh fuck.
Like, no. Yeah.
That is why.
That's the evolutionary reason for screaming.
It's why babies are the loudest. Humans. The shrill shriek of a baby is the loudest thing a human can
pierce this. Yeah. Well, that helps them survive.
Yes, big time. It probably scares the fuck out of animals. Like,
yeah, they're like, what is that? Oh, that's true. It's how we lived because of the babies that scream. So remember that when you're up all night with your infant, people.
Check out my new
Jesus.
Netflix show, The Babies That Screamed Us. Dumb.
Oh,
I'm a dumb
babies. The babies that screamed us.
Speaking of speaking of me being a dumb idiot, I think
That's all this podcast is.
I'm over
Talking about us being dumb idiots.
over 100 days not drinking.
Yeah.
I think I'm 102 days.
Yeah.
So to celebrate, I'm gonna get fucking lit.
You're gonna get drunk. Somebody get this guy some White Claw.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's
Brought to you
11
by our
a.m.
sponsor, White Claw.
It's 11 a.m. here. That means the brewery around the corner is opening.
Oh, yeah. I was not
sobriety is
drinking
fucking
for a
stupid.
good long
Anyways,
time.
go ahead. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sobriety is it's great, and it's a gift, man. It's also
It's a gift
annoying.
that gives every day.
Gives so much every day.
Every day I want to drink. You fucking can't.
But then you just rip a big fat bong rip. Smoke that.
I'm gonna celebrate 100 days.
100
with a
days
hit.
California sober.
California sober. This is a THCA, which is legal in South Carolina.
Oh, interesting. What is the different? What is THCA?
It's a regular weed, but it gives you brain cancer.
We found the perfect chemical combination to cause your brain cells to grow out of control and create beautiful tumors all throughout your gray meat.
Possibly a superhuman.
Dude, if you turned into what's that? K-Pax? No, the
No,
one where
dude, Phenomenon. Yeah. I brought up Phenomenon 3 days ago, and I haven't talked about that movie in 20 years.
Wow.
It just came up in conversation. I was like, yeah, there's a movie about a guy who gets psychokinesis, but it turns out he just has a brain tumor.
He just has a crazy brain tumor. Yeah.
It's so fucked up. It's a sad movie.
It's so sad.
It's actually
John
a good movie.
Travolta?
Yeah. I remember it being good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Travolta moving things around with his mind in a very small town. And everyone thinks it's a miracle from the Lord. And then it turns out that he is dying.
Yeah, it turns out that it's a curse from the very same Lord.
It actually is a good plot of his tumor connected parts of his brain that most people or no one has connected.
Usually don't connect. That's
dude, it's like Akira, man.
Yeah, man.
Akira, baby. Turns him into a giant monster. Oh my god. By the way, you still haven't seen The Substance, have you?
No.
Fuck.
No. You can, I don't know. You can spoil it. I don't care.
No, it's great. You need to watch it. I cannot. If I spoil it for you and you watch it, you'll be so fucking mad because it's so good. I'm not joking.
It's that awesome.
It's so much better than I thought it was. I was like, this will be pretty cool. I hear it cool. Because usually when the masses like a movie like that, it's usually a kind of lame version of a movie I would like. Yeah. Dude, this movie is the closest thing to The Fly that has ever been made. It's so fucking well done. And I think they won the Oscar for makeup or special effects.
Special effects makeup. Yeah.
God damn, you don't even know. You need to watch it.
All right.
Because I was like,
I'll do it.
Because the few clips I saw, I thought I was like, damn it, I wish I hadn't seen that little clip because I thought it ruined it. And it was like halfway into the film. I was like, oh, fuck. It gets insane.
Dude,
it gets so crazy. I was like, yes. It's great. I really love that movie.
Yeah.
Some
I mean, you know, I want to check it out. There was a lot of buzz.
you
There was
would
a lot of
love
buzz
it.
about it. Yeah.
You
All
would
right.
fucking love
I'll
it.
check it out. I don't think I can get my
Shannon,
wife to watch it with me. She's not gonna. She's like, no.
she might throw up.
Yeah.
I'm not
Anything that
kidding.
involves like body horror, she's like, ugh.
It's some of the best body horror I have seen since forever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's truly well
she got
done.
grossed out being at Sarah Sherman's her show Hell Trap Nightmare. I took her to that in Chicago when we first started dating. And she was like, what the fuck is this? Like everything is like weird nipples and like intestines and like just like all sorts of gross, like everything that's gross about people is kind of what Sarah Sherman would be doing and talking about, and just like making. She's got the best jokes about vaginas that I've ever heard.
You're gonna love this fucking movie.
I love
it. Dude, what was that? Oh, God, what was the name of that show that was like the lesbian prison experiment or whatever? Do you know? Have you ever? God, I'm trying. It's like those words are in the title, but it's something like the fucking like it's like the Great Lesbian Prison Experience, some crazy name like that. But it's like crazy. It's like a long running show. It's kind of like a Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's real like just kind of fucking. It's real campy. Shit. I really wish I could. Some theater nerd. Call our number 3 Beer Wad California.
3 Beer Wad California.
And tell us what it is. We're never going to explain what 3 Beer Wad California is, but that is our number. If you
that is our number. Call the number. Yeah, I googled lesbian prison experiment and nothing came up that looks like a movie.
Except for the coolest videos ever.
No, it's like CDC studies on lesbianism among women prisoners. Like it's like legitimate research.
Finally, we got to the bottom.
Yeah.
By the way, the CDC's like 100%.
Yeah. If you put a bunch of people in a cage together, will they fuck eventually? Yes, probably.
It's like, dude. Anyways,
obviously.
But there's a scene in it where there's a dog on stage, or there's like a dog, and this guy comes on stage and he's like, Cindy, are you here? Like he's kind of like calling for someone, and then he's just like, oh, hi, puppy. And then he's just like looking at the dog, and he goes to the fridge and he pulls out a package of bologna, and he takes bologna out of it and he rolls it up, and then he like unzips his pants and then like puts the bologna through his zipper, and he starts like dancing in front of the dog with the bologna. And then the person he was looking for walks in the room, and he just goes, I wasn't going to fuck your dog. That's the whole scene. And I was like, that's the only line in the scene. I wasn't gonna fuck
I wasn't going to fuck your dog.
I was like, that's a funny sketch.
That's... You know, there was a...
I just reclined and realized like podcasting, I probably should.
Yeah.
I'm so chill, you guys.
Guys, I'm so chilled out.
What were you gonna say?
Chilled. I was gonna say there's a SNL digital short that The Lonely Island did that is about like a dude's talking dog. And the dog.
I can't remember that one. I know I've seen all their shit.
It's a deep cut from like when they their first season probably, but it was no song. It was just him going to someone's house, and the guy's like, "Oh, sorry, I got to take this call. 1 second." He leaves the room, and the dog is just like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing? Wow, that's a nice top." Like talking to the person, and he's like, "What?" Like, it's ridiculous. You got to look it up. I think it's on YouTube as Talking Dog, but
Sure.
Did
you ever
it gets
hear
to that point where basically he's saying, "I wasn't gonna fuck your dog,"
Oh, nice.
but then the dog's like, "Oh, what? Come on." He's like, "Are you seducing this person again?" Like the dog's like, "No, it's different. It's different this time." Like he makes out with a dog. It's
nice.
It's good. It's
Making out with a dog is always funny. I was gonna say, did you ever see when the Lonely Island, they and Norm Macdonald had to host a red carpet event for some like indie thing, whatever indie award show, and Norm Macdonald is like, Lonely Island, where'd you guys come up with that name? And they're like, and the guy's like, "Do you really want to know?" Because like that would be my first response to. Like,
yeah. Like
he's obviously
you're setting up a bit. Yeah, exactly.
But he goes, "You really want to know?" He's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, we lived in Manhattan, but even though we lived in Manhattan, we just like felt completely alone because we didn't have any money or anything."
Oh,
and he was like,
"It was L.A."
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he was what they were talking about when they first moved to New York.
Oh, maybe
like right before they got whatever it is. But so he says that, and Norm goes, "Ah, man, I wish I had a time machine." And he's like, "Oh yeah, so you could check us out in the beginning?" He goes, "No, so I could take back my fucking question." Got him.
If he had a time machine, he would go back 10 seconds and ask a different question.
I'd ask that question.
Of all the uses for a time machine.
Well, he did have that joke about,
that's pretty good.
He's like, everyone talks about stopping Hitler with their time machine. He goes, "I'd be too scared I'd fall under his gaze." Just joins him.
Yeah. It's like, he's got a real strong personality. He's the kind of guy who could make you do whatever he wanted you to. Ugh.
He's like, man, he has those piercing black eyes.
Dude, that Hitler guy, the more I learn about him, the less I like him.
Yes. Dude, he had like he had like
way
2
too
hours
much Hitler material.
He must have had 2 hours of material. It was because I think he just heard one time, like, you shouldn't make fun of that. I think that's all it took. And he was like, "I'm going to make half of my specials about Hitler." And they're so funny.
Yeah. Ugh.
Him not trusting Germany currently, because he's, "I don't trust them because I don't know if you guys are big history buffs." It's just like the setup is funny.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys are big history buffs.
Dude, I listened to a he only put out like 1 or 2 specials in his career. He didn't like doing specials because he was like, "I'm just a nightclub comic." That's like all he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And even though, I mean, he sold out theaters whenever he wanted to, he was the man.
Yeah.
But he there's a full like hour and a half recording that someone took illegally at one of his shows, but it's like at a theater, and it's so good.
A bootleg.
He makes fun of teachers, and this woman boos him from like a couple rows in, and he's like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "Are you a teacher, ma'am?" And she's just like, "Yes, I am." And he's like, he's just like, "Oh yeah, that's right." He said, he goes, "All I said was that I don't think teachers are brave. What's wrong with that?" She's like,
"You're doing a job."
And she's just like, She's like, yes, we are. He was like, I don't know. He goes, you ever met any lobster fishermen? He goes, those guys are brave. He's like, you ever watch The Deadliest Catch? But he just goes, like, he won't let off of her because he's mad she interrupted him. That's all. Like, he doesn't care.
Yeah, and
Obviously, he likes teachers.
Yeah,
I think Norm's mom was a teacher, actually.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. He said something to her like, what grade do you teach? And I think she said like first graders. And he was like, they don't fucking need teaching.
I mean, I can understand if she was like, I've like teach kids in juvenile hall, you know, like I teach the high risk kids. Like that would be you would be brave. It would require some bravery,
and,
you know.
And the time to tell Norm about it is after the fucking show. Shut up, lady. I don't care what you're talking about.
So I went and saw Doug Stanhope this week.
Yes, dude. That's so awesome. I forgot.
Yeah.
Doug Stanhope is the man.
Yeah, I saw him on Wednesday night, and it was really fun.
I just watched his new special like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
It was so good.
I haven't seen it yet, but I was
probably totally different from what you saw.
Yeah, I guarantee it was, because it was
what was
crazy. It was awesome.
I don't like give his bits away, but what were some of his big topics?
Well, it was kind of interesting. He started
it's kind of hard to give his bits away because they're so it's the whole thing.
They're
it really is intricate. The whole thing.
Yeah. But like, so he came out first. They're like, ladies and gentlemen, like, put your hands together.
He just comes out,
and he came out and he was like, I'm hosting the show because the guy Andy Andrist, the guy who was touring with him.
I know Andy Andrist. Yeah.
He's like one of his buddies. He was like, I gotta thank the guy. He got me off the couch. I was just kind of wanted to retreat back into like being a hermit. Well, like I was during COVID. That was so awesome because I didn't have to do anything. And he was like, but
he lives
money.
Like Hunter S. Thompson in the desert.
He's just like doing crazy shit all the time, man.
I think Doug Stanhope like bought his neighborhood.
He owns his whole street.
It's awesome.
And so he came out and he hosted. So he did like 10 minutes at the top and then introduced his opener. And then girl came out and did her bit for a while. Like she overstayed the light. She was like, they're giving me a light, but this is not that kind of show. And just kept going for like another 10 minutes. And then Andy Andrist came out and he was a maniac and very funny.
He's nuts, dude. And he's a hard drinker like Stanhope. There's a great documentary following Andrist and a few of their other insane buddies, including Sean Rouse, who passed away. And Sean Rouse was so goddamn funny, but he basically like drank himself to death because he had arthritis that was so bad he couldn't move. It was horrible. Like in this documentary, he's like, help me up out of the seat, brother. And so like one of the other comics just like picks him up. And he's like, fuck, thank you. It's just like, it's so sad. But he was so
arthritis
good.
Is no joke. It sucks. It is very debilitating.
There's a great clip in that documentary. Sean Rouse has got a fucking wicked rash on his forehead and he's telling this joke. And the rash is obviously because he took a header into carpet. That's what it looks like. He's just fucked from the night before. And he talks about the tsunami that hit Southeast Asia. And he's like, God, he's like, it's just so devastating. He's like, he goes, what this has done to the boy sex tourism industry in that part of the world. He's like, there's no more boy sex down there anymore because of this tsunami. Dude, and he goes, and he starts, dude, he starts screaming that this child, this boy whore gets swept out to sea, but he can't swim because he's chained to a sewing machine.
Oh.
And he goes,
Holy shit.
He drowns. He goes, that's no way for a boy whore to die. Not in my perfect world. He goes, not in my perfect world. Dude, that is one of the most fucked up bits, and
that is
so
horrible, but
fucking funny though. Just ending it with like, oh yeah, he ends like that. He goes, there's no way for a boy whore to die, not in my utopia. But then again, guys, I'm a dreamer.
Oh my god,
it's almost like
so dark.
It's like a Neil Hamburger.
Oh yeah, Jesus,
dude, what was that Neil Hamburger joke you texted me the other day? Fucking crushed me.
Which one?
You sent me one that I forgot all about, and it made me laugh.
Yeah. It's so harsh. Why did Britney Spears smear shit all over her pussy? Because she was horny. So bad. It's so gross.
Well,
yeah.
I think we're going out on that. That's perfect. That's a great start to the day.
You know what?
Dude, it got dark.
Good morning. Top of the morning to you, lad.
Top of the morning.
Yeah, I guess we have talked for an hour, so
yeah, dude.
That's all we can tolerate.
I'm gonna go get another cup of coffee.
Coffee it up.
Then I'm gonna go out into this bright sunny day and explode like a vampire.
Yeah, man. Dude, smoke some salvia and get in the space elevator and do your thing, baby.
Thanks for listening to the Salvia podcast.
We have been